Alright, hello everybody, it is I, Granarite. We are back with another episode of Let's Play Assassin's Creed. We're going to keep working on Ned Weinert's relationship there and get that last reward. I know it's currently a Pokémon time, but we're getting an extra episode of Assassin's Creed in today because there's going to be only one day of streams next week, next Thursday, so I wanted to get an extra episode of this in. I might go the wrong way. Going the wrong way. So yeah, so here we are. We're gonna, like I said, work on finishing out Ned's relationship stuff, and then we're gonna go start doing side missions. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, we gotta get that manifest, which is over in this direction. And we need to hurry before this ship just sails off the map. We should have a bit of time, though. All right. That'll do it. Easy peasy. Now, we shouldn't have to do too many of these. We're already over halfway done with Ned's last one.
A good haul, boss.
So hopefully just a few more. We're gonna just fast travel over here because this is closer to this next boat raid. So yeah, as I said, only streams on Thursday next week. I have to travel for a work trip, and that's the day that's in between them. Excellent. There's a guy right there.
Cast off! Have you checked the cargo recently? You took a wrong turn somewhere, boy. It's the only pair of breaches. I see him! I'm taking the shot!
Alright. Let's get these marked. There's only 3 on this one. There we go. Easy peasy. We'll still get our 2 episodes of Pokemon in today, so don't worry about that.
A good haul, boy.
Hopefully just one more thing will get it for us. We're going to just fast travel here.
Heads up! We have an intrusion! Where did he come? Bring your tongue out!
Easy enough. He doesn't deal as much damage with his throwing knives as what Eevee does. I threw it over here, did I not? Get out of here.
Focus on the big one!
There we go. Should be it. All right, we got to do one more. Of course we do. All right, so there's another one down here.
We have visitors!
Just jump onto this. Get out of here. And Ned really wants a lot of stuff done for him, doesn't he?
There he is.
Ah! I liked that. Get out of here. All right. Now, hopefully that finished out, Ned. And it does. Excellent. So we get the schematic for the Mars. Alright. So now we're going to go... We have another murder mystery over here. And these seem to take a little bit. So we're going to go do this one. Let's see what the Mars is really quick. Oh, it's a gun. Sleek and striking, the Mars has a clean silhouette of a spy-worthy pistol. Probably that last one we needed to get. Yep. So I don't have enough to upgrade it yet. But we're very close. We glitch? Come on.
Rare finds here.
Need to
Come back and
throwing knives and stuff refilled.
Sure now.
Where is this?
Dock workers report a hole in the ocean. Drowning sailors floats up to sea.
Dreadful crimes. Conjure up a killing. Okay. Solve the murder of a spiritualist, Thaddeus the Amazing. And this is Dickens. This isn't Arthur Conan Doyle.
My dear friend, the Ghost Club has an extraordinary case for you. Spiritualist Thaddeus the Amazing has predicted his own death at his next seance. Could you have a look?
Alright, we need to go to the psychic's house.
We have a visitor. Approach, please.
What is happening here?
Help!
Not yet.
Oh!
Someone, light the lamps.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually dead.
So, well, once I can move, I'll inspect them. Thaddeus' body. His hair and clothing have been slightly scorched from an explosion. A bloody knife is stuck in his torso. All right, we have 5 suspects and 7 clues. What's this? Rudimentary timer with the charred remains of a fuse attached. The fuse leads to an empty plastic cylinder, appearing the container of a non-lethal amount of gunpowder to produce the recent flash of light. Okay. Are there other clues about that I'm not seeing? Are they upstairs? Let's talk to the people really quick. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted.
He was an incredible psychic. I came to clarify some personal financial matters.
Dr. Wilburn.
I don't understand what happened. He foretold his own death, but I didn't expect it to happen like this.
Interesting. Are there more clues upstairs? Is that what I'm supposed to go find? There are. Okay, so what do we got here? Psychic's House client list. A list of Thaddeus' clients' addresses. There are also 2 columns for each client. Both columns indicate significant amounts of money per seance. The first column appears to refer directly to the client. It isn't clear to whom the second column refers. However, Dr. Wilburn is missing from the list. Okay, so Dr. Wilburn wasn't supposed to be here. Threatening note, for the love of God, get his signature at the next session, or I swear I'll expose you. AR. Okay. Theatrical supply, flash pot, 8 shillings. An unsigned paper which would enable Thaddeus Smith to act as Howard Roberts' legal representative.
Ask about this.
Psychic's an old note. Weather, probably written weeks ago. I found a tramp who lives on the street near one of the pigeons. The fellow smokes like a chimney, and for the price of a few cigarettes, he'll supply me with all the information we need. So this is Douglas.
But a showman, really. Each week he gave a seance with all his clients present together. So many people makes everything much more dramatic. I attend Lady Ursula at these sessions. She's ailing and needs someone to help her along. I have no particular belief in an afterworld, but if it comforts Milady, I see no harm.
Alright. Well, that doesn't seem overly suspicious or anything. Is this the Lady Ursula?
Out after the death of Mittens.
Oh, Mittens.
Mittens is my beloved kitty cat. She was run over by a milk wagon several weeks ago. I've been trying desperately to contact my sweet thing ever since. I'm not well, though, and likely haven't long to live myself. I was so hoping to hear from my loved one. I'm convinced Thaddeus could have communicated Mittens' wishes to me. I must know to whom Mittens wishes that I should leave my fortune. And now Thaddeus is lost to us. I shall never know.
Okay.
This is so frustrating. I had a simple question, but have had to come back for seance after seance, week after week. Each time Thaddeus divined a partial number from the other side, but never the entire correct number. Today he promised that I would get everything. Thaddeus felt that if I signed some papers, it would demonstrate to my dead father that I had absolute trust in Thaddeus.
Okay. So what was the... Dr. Wilburn's not on the list, but then there was another thing that said... Okay.
I have no doubt that his powers were genuine. He was able to tell me of my daily comings and goings, and all manner of details that he couldn't possibly have known. He certainly was going to be able to put me in contact with my sister.
Yeah, and that was probably the beggar.
I should accept a marriage proposal. Thaddeus had been attempting to contact my departed sister so that she could give me advice. Thaddeus was a kind man who sincerely wanted me to make the best choice. Now what am I to do? I'm so sorry to lose Thaddeus. The oddest part is that he claimed all would be revealed to each of us before his death.
You know, someone killed him beforehand. Alright, we gotta go to these other houses. So it looks like it doesn't matter which one we go to first. They're all kind of close. So we'll go over to this one first. Ah! Someone just hit me! Insurance! Police! Can't believe that. That guy just tried to run me over. Alright, so we're gonna go to Robert's house. So, from the suspects, we know that Dr. Wilburn was not on the list. Claimed that he wanted to figure out some financial situation. We have Howard Roberts, who was going to sign a paper to give Thaddeus a power of attorney over him. So far, Dr. Wilburn seems to be the most likely suspect, because he wasn't supposed to be there.
Come on now.
My brother has become obsessed with some secret bank account. He inherited almost all of my father's fortune, as well he should as the male heir. But some was locked in a secret account. I think it unlikely that it should be a significant amount. I went along to the seances a couple of times. I thought it was a waste of my brother's time. Power of attorney to a psychic? That sounds very unusual indeed.
Yeah, but you have the initials from that threatening letter. And Roberts. Where was it? So for the love of God, get a signature next session or I'll expose you. Okay. So she knows something, I'm pretty sure. Sydney newspaper clipping dated over a year ago. Mysterious death in King Street. The spiritualist who went by the name of Felix Magnus claimed that he would die at his next seance, but the outcome held even more drama. Mr. Magnus demonstrated to several clients that their closest friends and relations were swindling them via Magnus himself. Before a burst of smoke and flame ended, the seance ended abruptly. Magnus was declared dead by a certain Dr. Folsom, who was attending as a client. Well, and there was a doctor at ours as well that wasn't supposed to be there. But maybe he was just there because he was supposed to declare him dead. Several scrawled notes. Bentland Bake, A7. Baker Kent, 270. York Kent, A72. No edit to father's will. No appended to father's will specifying that the bulk of my fortune is safely secured in an account, which the particulars of which will be communicated by word of mouth to my son. Okay. So let's go to Asquith's house next.
What's that then? There's some sort of scuffle over there.
Okay.
Her father mentioned this swindler to me. I understand it's because of him that my engagement has been delayed.
Yeah, so this is the one that was inquiring as to who to marry. There's a letter in the pockets. Boy, dear lad, if you don't get me the money by the end of the month, you will be in a heap of trouble. The kind of trouble that hurts. Need I say more? So is he only wanting to marry because of he needs her fortune? He needs the money? Not because he actually loves her? Asquith's business letter. Mr. Everboyd's business plans appear to be sound as long as he has no other pressing obligations. I believe that if your daughter accepts his proposal, the money you settle on the happy couple would mean the success of Mr. Boyd's venture, and your daughter Janice would live a comfortable life.
Tell me more about this.
Is there more upstairs? Still 2 more clues here, it says. So Asquith's diary. I have some affection for Everett, but I don't think my sister would approve of him. She always bade me to strive for more than that which merely appears directly in front of my nose. If only father were urging me otherwise. Okay, I don't see anything else on this floor. But I didn't see, it says there's one more clue.
Never trust a man who tells you what you want to hear. He's after something. Taking advantage of my daughter's love for her departed sister. With that charlatan gone, things can get back to normal. My daughter's engagement to Everett Boyd can be announced at last. Janice's eldest sister was strong-willed. Janice always followed her lead. That's why it's so sad that she asks her advice, even in death. Time for Janice to think for herself. I know what's best for her. A girl Janice's age should be married. Everett is a very sensible young man from a good family. He'll be very successful, I'm sure of it.
Alright, so that's the father. Is there something else outside or something? Because it seems that this goes way over here. Oh, there is. What's this? Cigarette butts. A pile of stubbed out cigarette butts left like a vagrant. One can still smell the tobacco. Okay, so let's go talk to this guy and then we'll follow that.
Janice is a lovely creature. I would be honored were she to accept my proposal. I do adore her. I know the owner of a local brewery, and I'm convinced his business will flourish. He just needs some financial backing. Now Janice is free to be married at last. I'll invest my dowry in the brewery and make a fortune.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're gonna go this way, following that tobacco scent.
That's me. Yeah, some fella come by here every so often. Gives me a silver sixpence if I tell him everything about the folks in that house.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing unusual about him. Just a regular fella. I've seen him go into that building over there.
Interesting. So let's check out this office then. Clues found. We have a business card, several business cards for a medical doctor. All are identical except each is printed with a different name. She says the account number is A72 at Kentish Bank. Set of files containing disorganized details regarding Thaddeus' clients. For example, wants Kat to tell her he should inherit. Janice's sister called her Sissy. The cat loved to play with lady-used teaspoons. Wants you to tell her that her sister approves of the marriage. Knows the account number, needs his signature to access. Howard's father enjoyed grouse shooting.
Find out about this.
And then Thaddeus says no. W arrived after the others, as usual. Will deflect suspicion. Also make certain that we get a big flash this time. It must be convinced that it's enough to kill me. TD amazing. It definitely puts the doctor at the top of the list for suspect. We need to go to Lady Ursula's house still.
Lady Ursula's health is not good at all. And now she's lost her cat, it's almost like she has nothing left to live for. He's been Lady Ursula's butler for years. We have plans to marry. But first, Douglas needs to put together a little nest egg. He says he'll have some money soon. Lady Ursula was planning to leave her fortune to her cat Mittens. Since the cat passed on, she's been going to that spiritualist in hopes that Mittens will tell her what to do with the money.
There's 3 clues here, so I bet Douglas is wanting the money. Dated 7 months ago, medium foretells his own fortune in a stunning dramatic final seance. Psychic Roberto El Magnifico revealed that several clients were being traduced by their loved ones who had paid him the information and false seances, but then, just as predicted, he was killed in a mysterious explosion during his final seance on Newbury Street. One of his clients, Dr. Pittenweem, pronounced him dead at the scene. The phrases "traduced by their loved ones" and "mysterious explosion" are circled in pencil. Also, did the butler know? I found another newspaper article similar to the one I gave you. This one from Sydney. It appears we will be exposed to the seance just as those people were. Douglas, you got me into this. You better solve it. To Miriam, my maid, and Douglas, my butler, I leave belching some china and thanks for the long service to be given on their wedding day, whatever that shall be. I leave my dear cat Mittens all my remaining worldly goods in hopes that they bring him even a small portion of the joy he has brought me. In anguished handwriting, in the margin is scrawled, "Whatever will I do now that my dear Mittens is no more?" Well, maybe it was the one guy then. We have a little bit more information to get because we could go talk to somebody about something back at the psychic's house. So we'll go do that.
You think someone paid Thaddeus to tell my lady that her cat wanted them to inherit? Well, that would be quite a clever scheme indeed.
I simply do not believe it. And if you're implying that my butler was paying Thaddeus, I must ask you, why would a great psychic do the bidding of a common butler?
My own sister, paying Thaddeus off? I thought he was a bit too insistent that I sign that paper. Well, Anne is going to get a good talking to, believe you me.
Good Lord, you found the office? I admit it then. Thaddeus and I traveled the world, bamboozling the gullible and then exposing the swindle. But his death was meant to be a fake. I have no reason to want Thaddeus dead. Quite the contrary.
That is true.
You believe that Everett paid Thaddeus to manipulate me? It cannot be true. Thaddeus knew all of my comings and goings. He genuinely could communicate with the world beyond.
Alright. So we're going to accuse this guy.
He was going to reveal my plot. He paid the price for betraying a fellow crook.
This Thaddeus...
He was the one that was here that had the most to suffer.
Mr. Raymond was particularly interested in this one. He admired the duplicity of Thaddeus.
Alright, so we got conjure up a murder. Spiritualist Thaddeus Smith routinely swindled not just his clients, but his clients' friends and families. In city after city, Thaddeus and his confederate Dr. Wilburn lured in those desperate to speak to the departed in the afterworld. But the swindlers were doubly paid, first by their clients, then by those close to them who wished to manipulate them. In such a fashion, Miss Ann Roberts hoped to gain legal authority for her brother in order to remove funds from a secret bank account. Mr. Everett Boyd wished to ensure his marriage to Janice Asquith would take place in order to gain a lucrative settlement, and Lady Ursula's butler Douglas wished to have her dead cat counsel her to leave her fortune to Douglas himself. But none of those accounted for Thaddeus' odd quirk of enjoying giving a good lesson to fellow swindlers once he emptied the coffers of his clients. Thaddeus habitually exposed these manipulators before escaping by feigning his own death. This was corroborated by the supposed Dr. Wilburn, purporting to be simply one more client. But on this occasion, Anne realized the coming exposure and enticed the butler Douglas, the only swindler present at the crime scene, to murder Thaddeus in the dark. Farewell, Thaddeus. You may now speak to those in the afterworld at your leisure. Alright, well that gives us enough also to upgrade this firearm. We did head to our train and pick up our income, and as you saw, there was one more murder mystery that appeared in front of Winchester Palace. Buckingham Palace, whatever it is, in Winchester there. And I think it's the last one.
A letter? For me?
I think we can check here on the progression log. So, yep, one more murder mystery. We've got Charles Darwin and Karl Marx stuff to do as well. The only collectibles we have left to get are in the World 1 era, which we don't have available to us yet. So, off to do this last murder mystery. We'll get those rounded up. It's right here. They still gotta detect me even here. Do you see that weird little glitch where I was hitting him like a bajillion times but nothing was happening? Alright. Now we can start the mission. Murder at the palace. Solve the perplexing murder of a palace guard. Well, I just knocked a couple out. It wasn't me.
There has been a murder at the palace. I need you to be careful with this one. Anti-royalist pamphlets have been cropping up and tensions are high. The Queen is very nervous about security. This way.
You could run a little faster, Aberline.
This way.
I'm right behind you.
Here we are. Good luck.
Alright, inspect the palace guardsman. Here he is. A member of the palace guard, slumped in a contorted position, eyes and mouth wide open. The body shows no signs of violence. We have 1 suspect and 6 clues. A priceless vase lying broken on the ground, signs of a struggle. List of imminent invitees to an investiture to be held this evening. The Queen will knight several industrious to oppose child labor. Ask who? We don't know who to ask. There's a safe here. A vault marked by deep gashes as if someone attempted to break in.
I didn't ask about this.
Is that Queen Victoria?
Leave the room for a moment. No one is permitted to see me open the safe.
Okay, I will reach the outside in just a sec. The window is broken. The broken area is large enough to allow access to someone. Letter from Scotland Yard to Her Majesty's Private Secretary, Sir Henry Parsonby. Dear Sir Henry, I am troubled to have to write concerning a disturbing situation that has recently occurred. Yesterday, we were informed by a young boy that a young boy had been abducted, and we have rushed to bring this to your attention and through you to the attention of Her Majesty as you think necessary, for we feel the boy's disappearance may be connected to a possible attempt to disrupt this evening's investiture ceremony at the palace. Please be assured, Sir Henry, that we are doing everything possible to locate this child. 1 Arthur Doyle. Doyle's address is appended. So let's reach the outside so she can open the safe.
You cannot imagine that someone was after the scepter. I must see it. I ordered the scepter with the dove to be brought from the tower to tonight's event. Thank heavens! It is untouched.
Okay. Queen Victoria.
Poor man. I arrived to find him here, dead as you see him. He gave his life to defend my person. Only I know the combination. The vault contains the very precious scepter with the dove, which I've chosen to be used in tonight's knighthood ceremony. This evening, I will knight several industrialists that have worked to end the practice of child labor. All of London's luminaries are invited.
Okay. So we need to go to Artie's yard next, it says. We came up this way. By the way, these guards suck. They're only level 7. Stronger thugs around London. Man, so much to clean up those hats. How far away is this? And I can't fast travel. Okay, well, we need to get a carriage. Excuse me. Look out! Coming through! Man, we are really getting up here. This is a long ways away. Alright. 2 clues and 2 suspects. Evidence wall, drawings of text linking various clues and anomalies throughout the mysteries that have been solved and resulting penny dreadfuls. The final scrawl leading message is unfinished, leading to Rayma.
I wonder if someone can tell me more about this.
And a note here. Sheet of apparently blank note paper.
Artie's been all in a state. Thinks there's some sort of master criminal on the loose. Then this morning, he's gone. Come to think of it, he had been going on about the Queen and all for the last day or two. Seemed to think she was in some sort of trouble.
He said he was onto something. Said everything added in clues. You know, when he thought something was important, he'd write it up in invisible ink. Lemon juice like. He'd use smoke to read it. If you have a way to make smoke, you can see what it says.
Okay.
I did see Artie's friend, Mr. Raymond. He'd just come from Purlock Publishing with his new Penny Dreadful. Seemed very excited about it. I never liked him much.
So we'll use a smoke bomb. The paper now says, written invisible ink, Purlock Publishing, Henry Raymond, it's all connected, follow the clues. Alright, so we need to go to Purlock Publishing, it says. Where is that at? That's not too far away, so that's good. So it was his friend that was writing all the stories that was the bad guy all along? Clues found. We have some dynamite crates, empty munition crates, clearly marked Prescott Munitions, number 408. Nothing else here. Stairs up. Over here. Got a big map on the wall or something. Plan of Buckingham Palace. The Queen's circle is circled in black. Some more stuff upstairs. Alright, so we have typesetter's gallery proof for a pending dreadful explosion at the palace with some descriptive text. Attack to the heart of Britain. Buckingham Palace in flames. Will the Queen escape? The book is written by Henry Raymond. And then we have all of this. Down with the monarchy, an end to our suffering under Victoria. The Queen must pay for her sins.
He's planning an explosion at the palace. It must be evacuated.
All right, off to the palace. We need a carriage.
Keep moving.
Quick. There's no time to lose, everybody. The Queen's in danger. Look out!
There's at least 100 people here for the knighthood ceremony. The Queen will use the scepter with the dome for the knighthood.
Evacuate the party guest.
Run! Out!
I demand to know what's going on.
There's going to be an explosion!
Do as you're told.
And we need to locate the Queen.
Your lives are in danger! Whatever is happening? There's going to be an explosion!
Mr. Fry, I grant you leave.
We have 10 seconds to escape the blast area. Out the window!
Good. They're out. Why is nothing happening?
Because you foiled it.
What's going on? I've been tricked! Raymond! Why has he done this?
What's happening?
You are more naive than you appear.
He's the key. Okay. This is weird. What's this?
Look beyond the obvious, beyond surface appearances.
It's the scepter.
Nothing but a showman. So many people makes everything more dramatic.
Empty munition crates, clearly marked Prescott munitions, number 408. Empty munitions, clearly marked Prescott munitions, 408. Which one is telling the truth? Save lives.
I found the same clues you found. I knew there was to be an explosion, and I led you here to save everyone. I'm as mystified as you are that nothing happened. Seems to me you've created the perfect diversion, haven't you? You've helped me herd all those dreary people to certain death. We shall hear the explosion presently. Quite right.
The diversion. It's all just a diversion. I always get what I want, written by a left-hand man. So it's showing that all the cases were linked together.
I brought him his invitation to the knighthood ceremony, the one with the special scepter.
Well, isn't this another level of it? I mean, this has really brought this all together, really interestingly, honestly. Several articles, one about a coming ceremony wherein a queen will use the storied scepter with a dove to knight an industrialist.
Never trust a man who tells you what you want to hear. He's after something.
Which one's telling the truth?
While you were chasing all those people around, I absconded with the Queen. A hefty ransom is now due. A man like me can take anything he wants, even the Queen's most beloved item of all her crown jewels. The priceless and symbolic scepter with the dove. I needed you to distract everyone so that I could quietly assassinate Her Majesty the Queen.
Alright, so maybe, I think it's all about the scepter.
The scepter with the dove taken with your help. What could better display my genius?
No one questions you when you wear a uniform.
So he was a guard. Or he was, Aberline? Large, distinct, inspired, curled up in death. Yeah, he was the guard.
I suspect the solution will turn on geometry.
I am a fellow of many skills. Cracking a safe is but one.
No.
I simply watched the Queen open the safe when you arrived.
I think that's more likely. I think he was the dead man.
I threatened the Queen with her very life. She told me the combination in a thrice.
No.
Quite right. The dead guard was I. The spider venom allowed me to fake my death. I had a perfect view from where I lay. I have stolen the Queen's most prized possession, the scepter with the dove. Think of it. I have outfoxed you, the most cunning detective in Britain. I mocked you by leaving clues for you at every turning point. Now I have the scepter, proof positive of my superiority.
We piece it together all Sherlock Holmes like.
Jacob, wake up! It's Raymond. He's taken Artie hostage. They're on the roof. Evie's here to help you, Jacob.
Reach Raymond. Up we go.
Do not threaten me, or come any nearer. This lad's very life.
Don't worry, Jacob. He won't know it's coming.
We need to get behind him.
Don't do anything foolish, Mr.
Got it.
I suppose this means our detective days are over. But what about you, Artie?
I'm glad I survived Mr. Raymond's insanity, but sadly he won't be here anymore to write more books.
A great loss, I'm sure.
I'm quite serious, Miss Evie. Me and my friends waited every week to read the next number and find out what happened next.
Why don't you write some yourself?
A fellow would have to be very clever indeed.
Sounds like you'd be in your element, my dear.
The gruesome Whitechapel murders by Artie.
I should think I would use my full name. By Artie Conan Doyle.
I'd use Arthur. Sounds more of a serious fellow.
All right. We got the cane swords, dove cane. So what? Let's see here. If I swap over to Evie really quick. So here's the dove cane. When you can upgrade it. So love gold, hate subtlety. I got just the thing for you. So we've upgraded it. Is it the same as the vulture one? It is. We're gonna put the flashy one on. We also got a cape here. So in the database, our entry that we got was Henry Raymond. Little is known about this prolific author. of entertaining novels turned penny dreadfuls in the popular populace. He appears to have done a fair amount of amateur sleuthing, and his first class mind and investigative instincts are evident in his stories, which are based on local murders he found intriguing. Finding local murders intriguing is no way concerning, absolutely not. His books were printed under the auspices of Prologue Publishing, which appears to have produced few other titles. All right. So, to end out the episode, we'll hop back to our train and pick up our income. And that finishes out the murder mystery series for us.
Seems a letter has come for Jacob.
Alright, so I'm just going to hop over here really quick. And the only reason I'm hopping over here is to show you. Well, first we're going to refill our stuff really quick. But if we look here at associates, we have all 5 of them filled. So we've gotten everything from all of them now. In the progress tracker, yep, and we finished the dreadful crimes. Excellent. And there's still 3 associate activities we don't have revealed yet. All right, but we're going to end this episode here. We do hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you next time.